Guilty victim of a drunk driving automobile accident. Now, by guilty victim, what I mean is that no one forced me to drink as much as I did, or even to drink at all. But I think you will identify with the situation that led to my being injured. My story begins on July 3rd, 1984. When 4 friends and myself had been playing volleyball at our favorite bar. That night we played exceptionally well, and I don't think anyone was concerned with how we were going to get home. At closing time, however, the 5 of us piled into the car wondering who was sober enough to drive. Well, of course, the owner of the car, who was my dear friend, said that he could handle things. So once I got into the car, I proceeded to pass out in the front passenger seat with my right arm hanging out the window. Then 5 minutes down the road, my friend sideswiped a tree on the right side, and I only lost my right hand, but I sustained a traumatic brain injury as well. And it's the brain injury that's been the most problematic over the years, even though my hand is the most noticeable injury. That one critical decision to get into a car with a man whom I knew was not sober has changed my life considerably. And the whole reason I'm here today is because I'd like to prevent you from making the same tragic mistake that I've made. I used to think this could never happen to me. I was a dance instructor on my way to a promising career, and I was active in many athletics. I was a jock in high school, and I didn't think anything bad would ever happen to me. But accidents do happen, and where alcohol is concerned, there's nothing accidental about it. So at MADD we like to refer to these as crashes, not accidents. One way to avoid serious injury if a crash should occur is to always wear your safety belt. Now, I know seatbelts are not always convenient, but it is the law and they do save lives. Another way to avoid drinking, driving, and dying is to have a designated driver. A designated driver is someone who agrees not to drink alcohol and who is willing and able to drive home safely. And the time to choose your designated driver is when your outing is still in the planning stage, not at the end of the evening by whoever walks the straightest line. That isn't the way it's done. Now, there's an analogy that I like to refer to between being a patient in a hospital and being a prisoner in jail. It's the same loss of freedom, albeit for different reasons. And I have horror stories of life as a patient in a hospital. Stories of debilitating pain, humiliating powerlessness, and complete lack of control. Now, since being released from the hospital, I have continued to make strides in different areas of my life, and 3 that I'm most proud of are having my own apartment and living independently. And I have 17 years of sobriety. Today is my anniversary day for being sober, and that's what the Lays are for. quite a big deal. And I earned my bachelor's degree from HPU, which is quite an accomplishment. My hand looks normal, but like I told you, I have a brain injury, and my hand doesn't work too well. It looks normal, but it's not. It doesn't do what I like it to do. In closing, drinking and driving is a behavior that should not be accepted by society. Each year, hundreds of people die on our nation's highways, and many of those people become permanently disabled. Do you think any of those people thought it would happen to them? I don't think so, but no one is immune to the effects of a crash, and alcohol and other mind-altering substances only increase the likelihood that tragedy will happen. You have your whole life ahead of you. I was 19 when this happened to me. I'm pretty old now. People call me ma'am. And I missed out on the best years of my life. People that I went to school with are all enlarging their families, and we all take different paths, but my life is difficult today. And if I could go back and do things over again, I would not make the same mistake twice. Life is a series of trial and error, but sometimes it's too late. This is not something you want to learn by trial and error. Please, I'd like to leave you with one important message. Please encourage your friends and family to drive safely and drive sober. Drive safe, drive smart, drive sober. Thank you.